is morning when I'm filming this. It's a bit chilly. I got the heater on, got my coat. I just got back from getting some coffee. And I have a book review for you. We just finished reading Swift Rivers by Cornelia Meigs. It was published in 1932, I believe. It is a novel about the logging industry during the presidency of Andrew Jackson, so about the 1830s. The main character is a boy named Chris Dahlberg. He has an aging grandfather that he wants to take care of, and in order to do that, he gets the idea to chop down the trees on his grandfather's hill and float them downstream to sell them in St. Louis. He lives on a river called the Goose Wing River. If any of you are in that area and it is still there, definitely let me know in the comments, because that would be really cool. In the winter, he and his grandfather chopped down a bunch of trees, stacked them up next to the river, and then as spring comes and the snow melts and it fills up the river, then they push all the logs into the Goose Wing River, and the Goose Wing River takes it down to the Mississippi. So floating them all down the Goose Wing River was one adventure, because they had to follow the logs in boats because they were all floating separately. And once they got to the Mississippi, they hired some men to raft the logs down the Mississippi River to where it meets the Missouri to St. Louis, which was very interesting in itself. They took all of Chris Dahlberg's logs and tied them all together to make a gigantic raft. There's actually a picture of it at the back of the book. Once we finished it, it showed a picture. You can see. It's pretty amazing. You can see the little dudes work with their sticks. They're like working to move the raft down here. But you can see how gigantic, I mean, this is a crude picture, but you can get an idea of how gigantic that raft is. So it was pretty exciting. Chris makes friends with another boy named Stuart who helps him on his journey, and they meet a man who's like French Indian. His mother was Indian, his father was French, and he's like a really strong man who helps them raft those logs down the river. And difficult people they meet along the way, the difficulties of the river itself that they have to deal with. And I like how it tied in Andrew Jackson's presidency, and it talked about the Louisiana Purchase and the land that was obtained after the fact, after they marked out exactly where the lines of that purchase were drawn. Chris Dahlberg himself is an admirable character. He shows much endurance. He's a little hesitant at the beginning of the book, but as the book progresses, he gets more strong in his character and firm in his dealings with difficult people. He makes good friends, and he keeps good friends, and he knows how to deal with people in a way that's honest and with integrity. And this book very much emphasizes hard work and endurance and integrity. I do recommend it as a complement to your history studies, your U.S. history studies, as a look into one of the industries that they had back in that time and how people worked and made a living off of the land. So that's about all I have for you today. I hope you have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.